All right, back to talk about eyeshadows. So, I have really grown to enjoy wearing colorful eyeshadow. And I used to think it was super intimidating and I couldn't do it and I couldn't wear it anywhere. Shh. Anyway, but then I learned how to use it and I love it, and I think not wearing color is boring for myself. So today I'm going to share how I go about creating a colorful eyeshadow look, as well as tomorrow, the video you'll see tomorrow is how I do a glowy base, because I really like to do a very specific type of look. Today I want to use the ABH Anastasia Beverly Hills Jackie Aina palette. I find it to be just gorgeous. So pretty. I think I want to play with a purple look today. And this particular technique I'm going to show is very simple. I'm going to show that it's a technique that anybody can do, even little old me. I'm not a makeup artist. I just taught myself from YouTube. But anyway, so I'm just using this palette. Use whatever you have, whatever color. I'm choosing purple. But actually first I need to prime my eyelids. If you just have concealer, prime your eyelids with that, whatever you like. But I just find that some type of primer helps. Doing my eyes first, because if you're working with color, there's just more room for mistakes, I find. So do your eyeshadow first and save yourself a headache. So this technique, I'm going to go in with just two shadows here. I'm just going to use the shades right here. Where are we? Pinker and Bigwig. These two matte purpley pinky shades. That's all I'm using. So first I'm going to take the shade. I'm also going to use, this is an Alamar cosmetics brush. The stuff all rubbed off, but it's just like a flat paddle brush that's kind of fluffy. I don't know how to describe it. It's a good brush for this particular shadow technique. I'm just going to take the shade Pinker here, pack it onto the brush, and we're just going to put this right on the lid. It might seem sort of scary, but that's why I'm using the lighter shade first as a guide, and I'm just placing this on my lid. I accidentally got a little up here, but that's okay because I'm going to blend it. But I'll take Pinker a little bit more on this brush and just put it here, making sure it's just on this lid, a little on the outer corners here. We want to make sure that this is all blank, inner corner, and so on. Again, just packing on more pigment with that same shade. Now I can start to slightly begin to blend. Okay, and now that I have this base all packed, obviously it doesn't look ideal, but I'm going to blend it out with this purple shade Bigwig, same brush. And I'm going to just pat it, and again, you'll notice there's product only on one side, not on this side. I'm not going to be using the tip. I'm just going to be placing it on this side. Does that make sense? So here, just taking that shadow and placing it right above onto this crease. See that? And it places and starts to blend all that shadow out. Okay, now taking this brush, flipping it over to the blank side. Basically, we're taking the blank side into the crease, and this, I'm gonna be very precise, but it's simple. Once you know how to do it, it'll be seamless. You'll be able to do it very quickly. This is such an easy eye look. See? like almost done, okay? Taking a little bit, and now we're just gonna blend and build everything up. Okay, and see what I'm saying? It's that easy. You just do 2 shades and 1 brush. Just, and it doesn't have to be a brush exactly like what I have. You probably could do this exact look with like this brush, because you could pack it on here and then blend anything out on this side. You could probably use a brush like this if you have one. Whatever, just work on the technique and be precise and careful. Anyway, now I'm gonna do the other eye. All right, so this, just using these 2 matte shades like this with whatever colors you want. I just chose to use this like purpley pinky look. Just using a couple matte shades, you can, and 1 single eyeshadow brush, you can really pretend like you, whoops, excuse me, pretend like you know how to do makeup even if you're beginner, whatever. It's fun. And so then from here you can kind of build up the look if you want to kind of kick it up a notch, or even just leave it at this. Just put on mascara and be done. Or you could take, like in this palette, I'm gonna take this shade called Soleil, I believe it. Yeah, Soleil is what it's called. I'm gonna take this brush and I'm just gonna pop this in my inner corner here. I always love to do this. You can use, if you're using a highlighter on your face, you could just use the same highlighter. But I love how it looks. I think it just, for my eye shape, I just love it. Especially with a matte look like this. Ooh. Also, you could use shimmer color shades. Like I do have this shimmery purple. I didn't really want to use it though. I just love matte eyeshadow looks personally. But again, you can apply the concept of what I showed, but you just have to do 2 colors as a base, and then from there, like we could put this purple one over or whatever you want. Another thing I do to amp up a little look is in the same palette, I'll take a little of the shade Credit here on a flat definer brush, like a, you see, very flat, stiff brush. And I'm going to put this along my eyelash line as like an eyeliner. Just put a little definition on the eyelashes and slightly adds just slightly more, a bit of more depth to the outer corner, which again just helps the eye shape that I'm trying to create. Or like not trying to create, but just it enhances my eye shape is what I'm saying. Or at least I think. I need to blend this eye better. I like to use, if I have an issue, like see right here where it's skipped, the color skipped, I use a tiny blending brush to fix that. First, I'll just take actually a blank brush to blend. See how much more precise you can get? So I'll take pinker here, recreate the right shape. And voila. Yeah, we're good. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna come back in a second. For you, it'll be like that, but I'll be back in a second to do my lower lash line. And then I'll be done with the eyes. It was very simple, but I love it. And I think that you could do this with any colors, and it's an easy way to start wearing colorful eyeshadow. And this kind of look, like, I probably wouldn't wear it to work, but I would feel confident wearing this like out to dinner whenever we can again. But yeah, anyway, I'll finish up the look in just a sec. Hey, I'm back. We are gonna finish up the bottom lash line, lower lash line as it were. Okay, using this Luxie Large Shader 209, I'm going to take that shade Pinker in like that onto the lash, lower lash. Taking Big Wig, the purple shade with the flat definer, I'm aligning with it. Taking Credit on the very far outside, the brown shade. All right, last fun thing. Purple mascara. This is just from Maybelline. I believe it's actually from Target, so here we go. Lower lash line. Did I say that? This is the look. So it's really not that hard. It just takes patience and a lot of blending. Come back tomorrow to see how I got all this glowy goodness on my face.